We're getting regulatory clarity and guidance from the SEC. Let's get right into this. On Friday, the SEC issued a bulletin entitled Crypto Asset Custody Basis for Retail Investors. Let's get right into this article. It's giving so much information to people who may be new to this industry. I did cover this on a previous, well, I covered the Ledger technology, which is a cold wallet. But this gives a little bit more clarity, and it's coming from a government agency. So I think this is worth sharing. The SEC's Office of Investor Education and Assistance is issuing this investor bulletin to help educate retail investors about the ways investors can hold crypto assets. This investor bulletin provides an overview of types of crypto asset custody and provides tips and questions to help you decide how to best hold crypto assets. What is crypto asset custody? Well, crypto asset custody refers to how and where you store and access your crypto assets. You generally access crypto assets through a device or computer program referred to as a crypto wallet. Crypto wallets do not store crypto assets itself. Instead, they store the private keys or passcodes for your crypto assets. Crypto assets is an asset that is generated, issued, and or transferred using a blockchain or similar distributed ledger technology network, including assets known as tokens, digital assets, virtual currencies, and coins. Investors should know that the characteristics and design of crypto assets and the distributed ledger or blockchain technology through which they are issued and or transferred can vary significantly. In other words, different crypto assets can present different benefits or risks. When you create a crypto wallet, the following two keys or passcodes are created. One, a private key. A private key is a randomly generated alphanumeric passcode that allows you to authorize transactions for the crypto asset. A private key is like a password to your crypto wallet. Once created, a private key cannot be changed or replaced. If you lose your private key, you permanently lose access to your crypto assets in your wallet. All right, so let's stop right there. I don't know if you guys remember, but there was a gentleman for many years who had thrown away a computer that had his crypto on it. It became a big court case because he believed that it was in a landfill, and he wanted to pay the money to have the landfill over time wiped to see if his laptop was there because it held so much of his Bitcoin. Well, because he did not have his devices, he was unable to retrieve any of his Bitcoin or future money. So be very careful with your private keys, because if you lose your private keys, it's not your crypto. You won't be able to retrieve it at all. All right. So two is your public key. The public key is another code that is used to verify transactions and allow someone else to send crypto assets to your crypto wallet. The public key does not allow access to the private key in the wallet and cannot be used to authorize transactions. A public key is like the email address to your crypto wallet. All right, so I don't know if you guys know, but many companies now have public keys where you can pay them in crypto. There are several companies that offer these type of domains to businesses that allow people to pay businesses through crypto. So that's what a public key would be. It would be the information that you give an individual to pay you or to transfer funds to you. All right, so moving right along. Together, these keys prove your ownership of the crypto asset and grant you the rights to send, receive, or spend your crypto assets. All right, so now they're going to tell you a little bit about hot versus cold wallets. There are two different kinds of crypto wallets and different ways for retail investors to hold their wallets. The two primary types of crypto wallets are a hot wallet and cold wallets. A hot wallet is a crypto wallet connected to the internet. This may be a desktop, mobile, or web application. Hot wallets provide you with a convenient way to access crypto assets for transactions, but they also expose your crypto assets to cyber threats. The second is a cold wallet. A cold wallet is typically a physical device that is not connected to the internet, such as a USB drive, external hard drive, or even a piece of paper. A cold wallet is generally less convenient than a hot wallet for crypto asset transactions. However, since they are not connected to the internet, cold wallets are generally more secure from cyber threats than hot wallets. That said, the physical devices for cold wallets can be lost, damaged, or stolen, which may result in a permanent loss of your crypto assets. And this is something that I've talked about on this channel before, how important it is to make sure you secure your cold wallets in a safe place where they can't get wet, uh, away from a fire threat. Or from it falling somewhere and breaking. So make sure you secure your cold wallets, because if you don't have your cold wallets, you don't have any crypto still. All right. Protect your seed phrase. So we talked about this on this channel before, but many crypto wallets generate a seed phrase, also known as a seed recovery phrase, backup seed phrase, or a phrase. A seed phrase is a random sequence of words that allows you to restore your crypto wallet if you lose it, or your private key, or its hardware or software is damaged or corrupted. Store your seed phrase in a secure place and do not share it with anyone. So if you had a computer, let's just say you had a computer and your computer broke on you, and you had your hot wallet information on this computer, and you can't access it anymore, you would be able to download that app. So let's say it was Ledger. That's the one I'm most familiar with. You would have to go and download the Ledger app, and then you would have to input these seed phrases to be able to view your account. Without this information, you have no crypto. So self and third party custody. You also need to decide whether you want to manage your crypto assets on your own self custody, or if you prefer to have a third party manage your crypto asset. Third party custody, hot and cold crypto wallet options exist for both self and third party custody. So a third party custody example would be Bank of America, um, Binance, um, let's see, Coinbase, Fidelity. All of those would be third party custody companies. So you have the option, and more banks are coming on board now to custody, but you can self custody or you can third party custody. It's up to you. Okay, so self custody. With self custody, you control your crypto assets and are responsible for managing the private keys to any of your crypto wallets. With self custody, you have sole control over the access to your crypto assets' private keys. Self custody also means that you have sole responsibility for the security of your crypto assets' private keys. So you're basically your own bank. If your crypto wallets are lost, stolen, damaged, or hacked, you may permanently lose access to your crypto assets. So here are some key questions that they wanted to answer in the bulletin. Key questions when selecting self custody crypto assets options. Are you comfortable setting up and maintaining your crypto wallets? Setting up and maintaining a crypto wallet on your own may require some technical savvy. Make sure you are comfortable with any of the technical aspects you may need to set up and maintain your crypto wallet on your own. Do you want to have sole responsibility for your crypto assets? With self custody, you are in complete control of your crypto assets. You have sole responsibility for keeping track of the private keys and seed phrases for your crypto assets. If these keys or phrases are lost or stolen, you may lose access to your crypto assets. What type of crypto wallets do you want to use? As discussed above, you may use hot or cold wallets to store your crypto assets. Carefully consider your convenience and security needs when selecting what type of crypto wallet would work best for you. How much does the crypto wallet cost? Physical devices for cold wallets typically cost money to purchase, while hot wallets may initially be free. However, making transactions using the wallets typically involve fees. Make sure you learn about these costs before selecting a crypto wallet or engaging in transactions. So I've seen crypto wallets range from about $75 to $200 for cold wallets versus Fidelity taking custody of your crypto and doing it for free. So, again, you now have the opportunity to be your own bank. I know that's a lot of responsibility, but that's something worth learning about. Let's continue. Third party custody. With third party custody, you select a professional custodian or service provider to hold your crypto assets. Third party custodians include crypto exchanges, which I mentioned earlier, and dedicated crypto asset custody providers. Third party custodians manage and control access to your crypto assets' private keys. The accounts that third party custodians use to hold your crypto assets' private keys may consist of cold wallets, hot wallets, or a combination of both. If the third party custodian is hacked, shuts down, or goes bankrupt, you may lose access to your crypto assets. That is something that we talked about on this channel before. Um, Not your keys, not your crypto. Again, not your keys, not your crypto. Most people who have already learned about this industry prefer, and it was a big running, how do you say it? It was a big thing for Donald Trump and the crypto industry. One of the things they wanted was to self custody. So this is something. This is great to see that the SEC is saying that you can self custody. You don't have to go through a third party custody. So let's continue. Key questions when selecting third party custodians. Have you researched the custodian's background? Take time to carefully research any third party custodian. Do an internet search for any complaints about the custodian. Find out how a custodian is regulated while the crypto asset industry is still emerging from a regulatory standpoint. Some level of regulation does exist. Next point. What types of crypto assets does the custodian allow me to hold? The types of crypto assets that you can hold at each custodian's varies. Make sure the custodian will allow you to hold the types of crypto assets you want to hold in your account. What happens if the custodian fails? Find out if the custodian provides insurance for the loss or theft of crypto assets and make sure you understand its terms and conditions. Okay, where and how does the custodian store and safeguard your crypto assets? Ask the custodian how it safeguards your crypto assets and private keys and who has access to them. Does the custodian store your crypto assets in its own facilities or does it subcontract its crypto asset storage to a third party? Does the custodian use hot wallets, cold wallets, or other methods? Which crypto wallet do they use more? And how do they determine where they keep your crypto assets? Also, ask about what type of physical and cybersecurity protocols and procedures the custodian uses to protect your crypto assets. How does the third party custodian use your crypto assets? Some custodians use deposited crypto assets as collateral for their own purposes. Example, lending. This is sometimes called rehypothecation. To reduce costs, some custodians also may continue commingle crypto assets instead of holding them individually for customers. Find out whether your custodian engages in either of these practices, and if so, if they require your consent. So a lot of people in this industry are already staking and earning interest against their crypto. So I'm not sure why anyone would be interested in third party custodian putting their putting it in their custody. So yeah, that's something I would really research and want to find out because it looks like if it's in third party custodians' hands, they can lend it out where you can lend it out yourself. So definitely look into that self custody. This is some financial advice, but that's something you should consider. What privacy protections does the custodian provide? Look for a custodian that protects your sensitive personal information, such as your name, your address, your social security number, and the types of crypto assets you own or have brought and sold. Ask whether the custodian sells any of its customer data to third parties, and if so, whether it requires your consent. Okay. So, what account fees does the custodian charge? Ask the custodian about annual asset based fees, annual fee based on the value of your crypto assets, transaction fees, the cost to spend or trade your crypto assets, asset transfer fees, the cost to move your crypto assets outside of the custodian, and fees to set up and close the account. Um, okay, so that's pretty straightforward. General tips for protecting crypto assets. Number one, they said carefully research and select any third party custodians. Two, never share your private keys or seed phrases. Three, keep your crypto assets private. Do not share the amount or types of crypto assets you have with anyone. Four, watch out for crypto asset phishing scams. Those are a lot of times you'll see phishing scams on the internet. Really like on YouTube before, like a commercial that comes on. A lot of times they'll say, "Hey, this is Brad Garling House from Ripple," and it's not him. It's an AI generated ad that asks you to send money, or well, not money, digital assets. A lot of times they'll say they'll match the digital assets and things of this nature. Most times that's a phishing scam and you should stay away from it. Number five, use strong passwords and multi factor authentication for access to all your online crypto asset accounts. So, this is wonderful. Just wonderful to see that we are getting regulations and we're getting some clarity. So many people are afraid of this industry because they have heard about terrible scams and they just don't want a part of it. So to see the SEC issue a bulletin telling you how you should move should really put fears to the side for a lot of people who are sitting on the sideline who want to get involved but are afraid. So this is the Awareness District. I am T Short. Thank you for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, share, tell a friend. The more you share my videos, the more I am motivated to make them. So if you enjoy my content, definitely like, share, subscribe, and tell a friend. Until next time.